Expose, the concept for that show, I was going to call it gorgeously grotesque, to put two opposing words together to form something. That was kind of in the works. But what I was trying to do is expose the fashion industry for what it really does. And it's obviously the job is to sell something to people that they don't really actually need. The job of marketers is to make people believe they do need those things. Nobody needs what we make. It's not a necessity to life. You have to create a want or desire. People desire to have it. They don't really need it. Nobody needs anything. Nobody needs makeup. Nobody needs hair products. Nobody needs any of this high-priced fashion. It's all playing to people's insecurities, right? And making them think, if you buy this, you're going to be, Superman. You're going to leap over a tall building in a single bound. Or they're going to feel good about themselves. And clothing can do that for certain people. There's no question about it. But nobody needs it.
What about that segment of the woman?
Okay. So what I was trying to do is expose the fashions for what it does, what people will do to suffer for beauty. They'll go and put, one of the scenes had that same model who did the suspension hooks in her back, wanting to augment her bust, and how women will go and have all this Botox put in to make them feel better, to put fake busts in and asses bigger and this bigger and that. Nobody is satisfied or happy with what they got. Everybody's insecure and feeling that they need to look a particular or certain way to be either in fashion or to like or to love themselves. This is part of the fashion industry. This is part of what that game, or that they're going to be a skinny anorexic rake model, which was in for quite a period of time until a backlash happened. All these, I guess, period of time aesthetics that some marketers or some designers decide is au courant or the look of the day, whether it's safe or sane or, for anyone to do that or follow. I think people have to have the courage and the strength to be their own going concern and be okay with who they are and how they are. So that last scene, it was a ballerina coming out, escorted by two twisted nurses. So the scene you're speaking about, one of the female models was part of Circus of the Damned, which was a group that did all these freaky circus acts. So she was used to being pierced and suspended by hooks through her back flesh. She'd done it before. So we dressed her as a ballerina, and she was, I don't know, paying for all our sins or her sins, and she was rigged up. One of the piercings was done live by one of the other cast members of Circus of the Damned. That's part of their act and what they do. And I thought it'd be great to have on stage. And then she was roped up and then on a bar, and the motor was attached to it, and she went up and she was doing twists and turns and ballet in the air to classical music, a piece from that I love, Ave Maria, from the Walt Disney soundtrack, because I have that soundtrack and I was very influenced. That's my favorite movie, by the way, Fantasia by Walt Disney, especially the night on Bald Mountain scene with the devil, the sacred and profane, which does go into the Ave Maria afterwards as a juxtaposition to that. So it was interesting to have such a beautiful, gorgeous piece that people are very familiar with, and such a disturbing vision on stage of someone being suspended by hooks through the back flesh and being twisted, turned around doing ballet, and she gradually just goes numb and falls dead. We just left her there as the models coming up to take their final bow in front of the audience and everything. She's just left hanging there, looking like she died or something. And then I think at the end she just lifts her head and does a little wave and the curtains close. So yeah, fun things like that. I don't know, I like being a shit disturber, and I felt every year that I had to kind of keep outdoing myself on the shock value just to stay valid or continue that trend. We did several, we went up to crucifying Jesus basically on the cross, just through the hand. He was technically nailed through his hand to this wooden cross that we had made. And I'm sure a lot of people had difficulty watching that.